All right, this segment of our show brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. The holidays are going to be here soon. You got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, you got all the beautiful snow days coming up. If you're looking to book now and book ahead, you already ought to be thinking about Valentine's Day. They've got cabins for 2. They've got cabins for 22. All kinds of cabins. Check out the blueprints, the layouts at their website. You can go through all of them, see exactly where they're located, how many cabins are near them, and then you always get free parking in downtown Gatlinburg, whether you're near Gatlinburg or you're staying out in the hinterlands, whichever you decide. When you go into town, you get free parking. ParksideCabinRentals.com. If you're looking for a smoky stay, and you should be, Parkside Cabin Rentals is the way to go. All right. Let's talk about some numbers very quick. Well, let me introduce Daniel Hood. I almost forgot to introduce you. VFL Daniel Hood is with us. Daniel, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now let's take a look at some numbers here about this offense. This was just yesterday, but we're talking as a whole in this segment. First quarter drives, you had 4 of them. You gained 177 yards, scored 13 points, though one of those you took over at the 23 and only managed 3 points. Second, third, and fourth quarter drives, the next 8 drives, you only put together 125 yards, 7 points. And then you had 2 garbage time drives where you added 72 fake yards to your tally. First quarter versus rest of the game, Tennessee had 10 first downs to Alabama's 1 in the first quarter. Rest of the game, Tennessee had 10 more first downs. Alabama had 21. First half passing, Joe Milton, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second half, 96 yards, no touchdowns. Hot start, cold finish. Ugly, ugly way to play down there at Tuscaloosa yesterday. But I want to talk about the offensive issues we've seen all year, because a lot of this passing game stuff has just been one week after another. My question is, if we've got 8 slices of blame pie, how are we divvying that out? And we're going to be, I think we can take the running backs out of the problem area, right? So we're talking offensive line, quarterback, receivers, offensive coordinator, new coordinator. I would assume he will be better in year 2 than year 1, year 3 than year 2, new guy, but it's not as smooth as it was last year. It's a great game to go back and look at what a well-oiled machine it was against Alabama last year. Especially late in the game, the drives was just clicking. Then you look at yesterday, some of those last-minute drives, you're still throwing a check down on the final play of the game. That last touchdown, they got a touchdown out of it at the end of the first half. That was still a discombobulated mess trying to figure out what they were doing there. So there has been a change. How you divvying up the blame pie in the Stowell train? I start with you.
Oh, that's a tough one. First of all, because I like pie. But I don't want to associate something good with something that's bad. But here's
bad
how. Yeah. So you got 8 slices to break it out, and I've gone back and forth on this. So I give 4 slices to your offensive coordinator. Right, wow. I give him half of the blame, wow. And the reason is because if you look at how they move in the red zone, that lack of production in the red zone means that your offensive coordinator is not able to scheme things up on a short field. It means when you got space, you can do things okay, but when you shut it down, you have less ability to be creative. I think the next one is you give 3 slices of pie to the offensive line, right? Because they are just not. I've called it for the whole season now, but they're just not that good.
So former offensive line saying that.
Fourth and 1, you go in, and usually they'll go, okay, I'm better than this guy. I'm better than this guy. My center's better than this guy. And they go down the line, and they know where their matchups are. They shouldn't be going for it on 4th and short. They just shouldn't, because they haven't shown that they can win it. And then I think I give 1 slice of pie left to the wide receivers just because some of the drops they had. You ask
to the quarterback.
Well, you ask about the quarterback. If you show Joe Milton's statistics, minus the sacks, he had over 90 yards of rushing, 270 yards passing. If I told you that last week, he would do that. Would you say that's a good performance?
But we're talking on the year.
Okay, on the year, it's okay. That's different because I'm still upset.
Well, you started on yesterday, so we'll just do yesterday's blame pie.
Sorry.
So we're now doing yesterday's blame pie. Where are you going? And I'm going to wind up with Daniel. Who's ready to go with yesterday?
Sorry, I messed yesterday, I've got mine for blame pie for the year.
Offensive linemen always tell you they're so smart.
So the blame pie for the year I have right now is I have to give them the majority.
No, it's for yesterday now.
No, do it for. I messed it up. I'm bad. Sorry.
The passing game.
Yeah.
I have to give 2 to the quarterback.
Okay.
I have to give 3 to the wide receivers.
All right.
I just think they're the most disappointing. I give 1 to the O-line, and I give 2 to the coaching.
Okay. Now you're going to be while Daniel answers this, I want you to think about the year-round. Mungo think. All right. What do you got, Dave?
My biggest thing is that I wanted to put it more on the head coach because this seems to be a trend of losing away games. And honestly, I think with Tennessee's offense coordinator, I don't think that guy's really calling plays. I think play calling rests with Josh Heupel. I don't think Golish did that much of it last year.
We'll lump them together.
Okay, deal. Okay, well then I'll put 5 on the offense coaches, 2 on the quarterback, 2 on the receivers. I can't blame an offensive.
That's like 2.5 pies.
Offensive, that's 9 slices.
Sorry. Whatever.
Math was not. That was
Offensive linemen are smarter than defensive linemen.
Yeah.
when I said I'd do this role. I didn't think there would be math involved. Killing me.
I'm not even going to draw up the pie. I was going to do it, but there's no point. All right, that's good stuff. All right, when we come back, it's a lot of pie right in the face. All right, when we come back, true or false, Hendon Hooker deserves more credit than Josh Heupel for 2022 success. Come on back on the Sports.